Now, who and what tends that inner child? And who tends the tender of that child? This is where we come into the domain of what I call the inner adult, which the child is more associated with the low body and the front body, and what in Chinese medicine is called renmai, or the conception vessel, a meridian that goes right up the center line of the front and has a lot to do with bonding and availability and connection in this world with what's right in front of us, our community ties. The inner adult is much more connected with what in Chinese medicine is referred to as dumai, or the governor vessel. And we usually feel it more on the back. If you feel yourself, if there's a thing that happens when you sit feeling the throne that you're on. You know those giant wicker chairs that sometimes people sit in that have like this big thing behind them? See if you can find your wicker chair. It does mean kind of leaning back into yourself. Don't go up and out, just back. Like, am I already on a throne? Is there a throne back there? And there's usually a place in the back of the head that connects with that big throne, that big wicker chair thing. I'm going to transmit helping you into it a little bit more. And because you can sometimes lift somebody kind of into it. Yeah. And when you're there, there's a feeling of true adulthood. And adulthood is not knowing what to do. Adulthood is being in touch with your larger resources. That's what an adult is. Somebody who's in touch with the vastness of their resources, which includes the stars, which includes the ancestors, which includes dreams you don't remember from last night, and the night before, and the night before that, and the night before that. That's the job of the inner adult, is to stay in touch with our resources. In some traditions, this is called the higher self, like in AA, and it's like it's not the grand amorphous divine. It's kind of our oversoul place. Yeah. And it's a very different feeling when you're with somebody to speak to them inner adult to inner adult. You got to be in yours first. And one of the things we'll be working with and playing with is that feeling of helping hoist somebody up onto their throne and then talking to them there. And I'm going to switch briefly. It's really different than speaking to somebody's child self and being with them in that way. And there's a time and a place for helping someone feel that and connect from that authenticity, capacity for deep nourishment, and capacity for the incredible renewal. And ultimately, to help somebody be in touch with their inner adult and their child is a kind of completeness. I often feel like a Russian doll, you know, like there's me, and then there's this little one on my lap that I'm protecting. And then there's this much bigger lap that I'm on. And it's like, okay, thank you for being my big oversoul thing so that I get to feel like a grown-up because I'm plugged into all those big, larger soul resources. That's like, so it's like, that's just 3 layers right there. And maybe they keep going in both directions for all I know. I'm just teaching the inner child and the inner adult how to be in it, how to find it, how to be in healing relationship with it, and how to help others find this place in themselves and begin to trust it and bring that into the world. Everybody knows I'm doing this for the sake of a cultural revolution. I hope you will join us. It's very fortifying as well as tender and kind. See you there.